Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Inner Lights Racing League. This is your voice for the action tonight, INF, and tonight we'll be going racing here from the Charlotte Roval, our second road course on the season. Glad to have you all here with us tonight for 200 miles of road course action. I believe, yeah, 54 laps, 19 drivers will take the grid for tonight in race 18 of 26 in the regular season. That being said, I'm going to quickly go through the starting grid, waste no time getting through it. On the pole is the 42 of SP. He's joined on the front row by his teammate LRS in second. And through the field, we have Mole starting third, High Road fourth, Storm fifth, Kinney sixth, Ire Pluto seventh, Deport eighth, Flash Champs ninth, Crimson Sniper 10th, Tomato 11th, Mr. J 12th, Drake 13th, Dusty 14th, R. Denny 15th, Brad Ranger 16th, Loadbroke 17th, Clater 18th, and Hack rounding out the field with a D&Q. I'm going to quickly get this hot news flash through. And thank you to SP and Flash SP and Storm for providing this weekly. While it's upon my screen, I want to thank our sponsor, the Xbox One Esports Racing Community, for their continued support of Under Lights Racing and all the series that we have. We greatly appreciate everything you do, and thank you for your continued support. First, for the trucks, we have a race recap. An insane playoff opener from the entire field. Saw multiple lead changes, 3 wide battles, and crossovers performed throughout the entire field. It came down to the final pit stop with 10 to go, and Clater pulled out the win to steal it away from the championship contender Drake in a wild way to kick off the truck playoffs. Like 8 cars under a blanket. It was awesome. We do not have Xfinity this week. However, Xfinity is back next week for a kind of interrupted, but mostly road course swing for the Xfinity series, and it was going to be fun. They also go to the Charlotte Roval next week. And our race preview for tonight, the UTLR Cup Series heads to the Charlotte Motor Speedway to challenge themselves on the Roval. This race is one of the more underrated tracks on the schedule, as the margin of victory has been very slim the last few times. SP and LRS have finished top 3 in the last 3 races, where SP has claimed all the victories to himself. These two will be fun to watch all race long. Keep an eye on drivers like Clater and Storm as they look to be dark horses and have solid runs throughout the race. We do have a pre-race interview from our pole sitter, SP. SP was asked a couple days ago, during Season 6, you have managed to finish top 3 at every single road course that you have attempted in every series. Last time you raced the Roval was in trucks and you won in a close finish. What is going to take to keep the streak alive in a very competitive field? To which SP replied, I just need to keep doing what I've been doing. Every time I've raced, I need to be patient and let the car come to me. These road courses are like puzzles. You just need to build it from scratch and eventually get the final product or goal. We definitely have a target on us this week, so hopefully we can pull through. I'm going to forego the betting or long shot odds. So there is some things of note. So we are running on normal draft. That's not really going to be too much of a concern for tonight's race. 2 times wear, and I believe we're not going to be seeing much in the race because I don't think we will have much cautions. However, if we do end up getting a caution, I believe there is going to be an alternate restart zone in which they will restart between the last 2 Charlotte Roval banners on the backstretch chicane. So they'll be restarting in the backstretch chicane off the exit, as to give drivers more space and not have drivers like completely crashing. in the front chicane. As far as the upcoming schedule for the coming week of UTLR, obviously we don't have Xfinity Fridays. We'll have to wait and see what that is looking like. For next week, Monday, F2 is back. They are at Australia for what's going to be an exciting race. I can guarantee you that. The Truck Series is actually taking a week off, so no trucks next week. Cup is at Auto Club for the first race of their Light Speed Dash. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be covering that race, so I'm gonna have about a week off. So um, you will be hearing from someone else in the booth a week from now. So hopefully you should give them your undivided attention and your gracious support. And then we have the Charlotte Roval next Thursday. That wraps about that up. Now, what's interesting for this race, when you look at drivers that are in the playoffs, or at least that are contending, hold on, 1, 2, 3. I'm just doing just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are only 4 drivers. Actually, I don't know if Clater is eligible for the playoffs. I'm gonna go ahead and I have no idea if Clater's eligible for playoffs or not. So if he is, then it's 5. But if not, there have only been 4 full-time drivers that have scored victories this season. That's been Tomato, Mole, SP, and Brad Ranger. Tomato and Mole making up the most sum of those. Um, and you look at other full-time playoff drivers or full-time drivers like Flash, Shams, Irate Pluto, LRS Hack, Loadbroke, Storm, Kenny Drake. I mean, those are big names, and they have struggled to find their way into victory lane for this season. And when you look at the drivers competing tonight, and especially where they're qualifying, I think High Road also like High Road, LRS, Storm, who are all going to be up there and competing. They have not won yet this season, and you can definitely tell they're going to be very aggressive when it comes to the opportunity of winning. Because, well, I mean, to say the least, we are 18 races in, and the Project 27 car, Mole and Ducky combine for a grand total of 14 of the 18 races won this season. So 3 cars have combined for 14 wins this season. That's probably going to tell you how much a win for these other guys are going to be, or how much it's going to mean. We should be getting going soon. I think it's just a matter of getting everyone situated in the Discord, and then ultimately just getting the lobby set up. Yeah, I do see the stream title. Unfortunately, that is not quite fixed. Here. All right. All right, I'm back. I just wanted to make sure of something. I think lobby creation will be getting underway soon. I hope you all are having a good day. It's been it's been an interesting one for me. I won't go into it, but it's been interesting. Um, it's a very fair late March Wednesday, and spring break's rolling around. So if you're going anywhere, hope you have fun. Uh, Man, I don't really know. I don't really know what to do. It's gonna probably take a second for the lobby to get set up, but I know that that's getting created at the as we speak. Um, 54 laps around the Charlotte Roval. How long do we suppose this is gonna take? Well, let's see here. These are about qualifying lap times. Get this trusty time calculator out here. 1 minute and 16 seconds, 8/10. Was LRS's qualifying time. Um, so let's go with SPs because that seems a little bit more realistic to what they might run in the race, or at least like the leaders, because that they'll be finishing the race sooner. So 1 minute, 17 second, 2 millisecond. We'll just go 200 milliseconds actually, and times that by 54. Oh, that's 554. Okay. So it's going to be about hour long, a little longer than an hour race. That's kind of one of the big things when you come to some road courses is that you don't really know what you're going to get as far as the length of it. Because let's say we could go to Road America, and it'd be a like 25-ish lap race, 25-ish lap race. Lap times are going to be like 2 minutes, but like the race is going to be like 50 minutes long. It's going to be relatively short. But then you go to like Watkins Glen, that's going to be like 45 laps, but it's like almost a minute lap, so it's going to be like 47 minutes maybe. And then you get to like Charlotte Roval, where there is a lot of laps, is 54. I think it's the most laps of any road course on this game at 50%. And yeah, it's pretty long. It's a pretty long race, which is going to be a big factor for the drivers in tonight because, well, I think being fast is one thing. Obviously, you want to be the fastest car out there, and being fast helps. However, it's really just going to boil down to being consistent and not making mistakes because this is a long race. Who has the all-time Charlotte Roval record? Prune. Hey, I'm pretty sure Sean for Life is one of our Project 27 drivers. It's nice to see his face on here. I'm always curious to see this because I never get to check this. Soraka? Okay. Yeah, I don't really see, I don't really check Bristol or really much much of any leaderboards anymore. I wanted to see if that was still there. Just looking through because I'm bored. Indianapolis Roval. About 8 minute 18. Yeah, okay. Checks out. I'm just trying to think about what the longest. Okay, yeah, so. Gosh darn, they hit under a minute? My goodness. Or under 2 minutes. Under a minute would be like speed of light. Alright, well, that's enough of that. They're just waiting on one more driver to get in. And then they'll be going. Live streamers for tonight. I'm going to try and get you that. Storm, Dusty Stud, High Road are streaming right now. I'm sure more will follow. Let me just see if I'm missing anyone. No, there's Dusty. I think that's everyone for right now. Oh, thank you, LRS, for the invite. We appreciate it. Thank you, SP, as well. All right. I should note that, like, as far as qualifying efforts go, they're, like, I guess I should group. I'm not going to group them, but do want to highlight 3 people. First of all, Legacy Motor Club, which is 2 of the 3, locking out the front row with blistering speed. I mean, I would probably say that they have the best road course program. I mean, SP and LRS have been dominating road courses for a while. I mean, those guys know how to get it done. You're the SP this season across UTLR has not finished outside of the top 3 on a road course. And I also want to shout out High Road, who qualified 4th. A really good effort from that 19 machine on the twists and turns. Obviously, this is our second visit to a road course this season through 18 races. Our last time we were on a road course was the Homestead Roval. So this is gonna be a little different. Obviously, we haven't. I don't think outside of the. I don't know which series have we ran the most road courses on. We haven't ran much road courses. We're in the part of the season where road courses are starting to become a little bit more like common. Like, you'll see a lot more road courses in the coming weeks across UTLR. Like, Trucks, next race is Sonoma, and Xfinity is, like, Charlotte Roval, and then it's going to be Watkins Glen. Like, we're going to be seeing a lot of more road courses just in general. But yeah, let's go through the field really quickly. I'll get this aerial view. Or we'll just go from, like, here. Here we go. SP. Here's LRS 43, Deeport Eddie in the 7, the 21 of Plater, the 47 of Dusty Stud, the 99 of Crimson Sniper, the 17 of Tomato, the 12 of Drake, the 9 of Ira Pluto, the 8 of Kenny, the 5 of Mr. J, the 6 of Ardeni, the 24 of Mull, the 20 of Loadbrook, the 18 of Flash, the 48 of Hack, the 19 of High Road, the 3 of Brad Ranger, the 1 of Storm, the 42 of SP. That is your 19-car field for tonight's race. As they're all gridding up. When they take the green flag, it will be 10 laps in stage 1 when they take the green flag. Now, I think what I'm interested in seeing is that we do have the alternative restart zone, which I'll highlight when they get to it. Now, what I'm curious about is, will they go here as opposed to when usually on the opening lap you go on the front start-finish line? I think they are going to go at the start-finish line, but you never know, just to be safe. So from here, or from those 2 right there on the right, where those 2 banners are, or from the first banner to the second banner, yeah, that is where the restart zone is going to be. If, in any case, there are any manual cautions called by the administration team. Now, I will admit, we do have a pretty good track record of not getting cautions on road courses. So, to say the least, this could probably be... This race is going to depend a lot on driver skill and mastering the twists and turns. It's UTLR Cup's second road course of the season. Who's going to dominate the twists and turns of the Charlotte Roval? Green flag is underway. And immediately into turn 1, contact between the 2 leaders is a bottleneck as there's people off in the wall in the back. I think that's Dusty Stud. They all seem to stay straight. SP has the advantage going through the double right-hander. He boxes out his teammate. LRS keeps him right behind and is going to pull away here. Gets a little loose over the curves, but he manages to keep it straight. High Road tried to go on the offensive on Storm behind him. Storm kissing the grass a little bit. High Road gets his 4th place back as they race down the hill and now up into the oval section, keeping it nice and pinned down there as now they enter up the track. LRS in tow. You're going to be seeing some drivers utilize that apron maybe to get better speed. This is going to be a crucial part of the track, though, is into this braking zone. Driver's going to be sending in very deep all night as you see LRS get in there deep, get to the back bumper of his teammate. Mole already trying to take a look down the inside of LRS. He has that nose there. LRS, I think, is going to probably back out here. I don't know if it would be smart to go side by side on this opening green lap, but he does that anyway, backs out, and SP leading lap number 1 under green. Right now it's a bit of a top 3 breakaway. High Road back there in 4th. You see that Bass Pro Shop car, that's back for 4th. And I mean, these 3 have been really good on road courses. I think like as far as the most recent winners on road courses, I'm pretty sure these are the 3 most recent, but there are going to be a lot of problem areas at the Roval. I would say of all the tracks out of all the road courses in NASCAR Heat 5, I'm probably going to say this is one of the tougher ones to navigate. Now, I know people are going to say like Indy Roval or Indy road courses is like way tougher, but admittedly, it's not hard. It's just the track limits make you think it's hard. But if you know the track limits, then it's pretty easy. That being said, however, as far as technicality, the Roval is very difficult. The curbs are very aggressive. You can't abuse them very much at really any point on the track, especially like riding through here. That first right curb gonna get you all out of shape, and then on that left one, the lip is just at the edge of the corner. You think you can abuse into the grass, but you can't. You have to stay off of the curb. As SP learned the hard way there, he's going to surrender the lead to Mole. I'll jump on board Mole here as he takes around the lap. Double right-hander, very tough. Over this curb, you got to be super careful on the gas. Make sure you don't loop the car around here. This one might be a little bit tougher. As we've seen recently, you see a few people have touched the grass a little bit there, sending it off too fast. One of the more calmer, more fun parts of the track, you get to flow through this double left-hander, very nice. And then, this is probably the easiest part of the track. This is what we're all familiar to. Running the bottom, chilling, SP's right behind. And actually, I'm going to go into SP's camera here. As under braking, very difficult. You got to make sure you hit that first curb tight. Try and keep the momentum up through the double right, and then back onto the gas early. Make sure to not loop the car. You might see some people do that today. And then back through the final oval section. And we're right back to where we begin here at the front stretch chicane. And you see SP has nailed that. LRS, I think, hitting the outside wall there. Let's try and take a look through out the rest of the field. You can see top 3 pulled away a bit. Actually, someone is in 4th. Crimson Sniper in the pits. Tomato was definitely a crafty road course racer himself. He has found his way up into 4th and closing. So, let's see. Let's look where else. Actually, we'll kind of just stay with here. SP peeking up the inside. He might try a crossover move here. Down into the oval transition. Big part of this racetrack. Got to try and get on the gas early so that you can get the draft and then get the tow going into the braking zone. Try and make your move. In tow right there after the 1. Deep into the braking zone. Mole over the curbs is going to shoot his car out a little bit. It's going to affect his runoff because SP got his car straight and was able to get a better launch. It's going to pull right to the back bumper. But it's going to be very tough to get around him. As I think I briefly said, but I didn't go into full detail. Charlotte Roval is not only one of the toughest tracks to like master and just race on, it's also kind of difficult to pass. I mean, SP right there, tried to cross him over. Mole gets loose into him. Mole's up into the outside wall. Like I said, it's hard to pass. I'd probably say turn 1. That's probably one of your best places to pass here, outside the backstretch chicane. Other than that, it's just kind of narrow. You gotta wait for some driver to make a mistake. This corner over here can be super underrated for overtaking. You see Mole try to poke his nose there. All of this is now allowed for the top 4 to bunch up. 4 cars under a blanket. You see how drastically each one of them takes that corner. And they're running through the oval section. Everyone having their own unique way of taking it. See the driver still in the infield section there, under braking. So getting the car a little sideways. Using a lot of the runoff, maybe a little bit of that turtle shell. It is okay to run over that. At least if you like drive over it through the middle of your car, you should be fine as long as the tires aren't over it. Should not upset the car very much. Little bit overcooked at the beginning of the chicane, but he's able to rebound. See, LRS has been having a little bit of trouble with that recently as Tomato takes full advantage of that, dives it into turn 1. He takes third. Mole falling a little bit back from the leader, SP. It does look like Tomato and LRS have a little bit of damage. It shouldn't, on a road course, that actually shouldn't really hurt them. I think with damage, you can still run very competitively. So I feel like even if you get damage, you'll probably be fine. Might want to repair it just in case, because it is going to hurt when they enter it back onto the oval section. You see Deeport going through the grass there. But yeah, if you have like front end damage, it is going to definitely hurt you in this section, because fastest part of the racetrack, going into the braking zones right here. Definitely don't want to be just trying to scrub off any speed through the fastest part of the track. Tomato gained a bunch of time there on Mole. Could not get by him though. Maybe had a door open, but don't think it would have allowed him to make that pass per chance. Over the curbs, Tomato has to be really gentle in negotiating that last little rumple strip, as that car is going to be very difficult to deal with throughout the race. And I mean, you're going to see it around the track as well, that blue turtle shell. Don't hit that. Oh, and Mole just almost lost his car. It's something you're also going to be seeing a lot today. Drivers hitting that rumple strip and then getting sideways. Fortunately, he was able to save it. I should probably take the liberties of looking around. Here's Drake, Hack, and Mr. J all battling. Kenny's suffered a bit of front end damage. Oh, there's Hack overcooking it. Mr. J, teammate going on by. Hard Denny and Loadbroke having a nice jolly old battle. As they approach a lapped car, I think that's Brad Ranger. Don't know if he had to make a pit stop or if he just has damage. We do, I know, have 2 cars out of this race. One of them, Crimson Sniper. Or we might just have 1 car out of this race. Yes, it does appear that Crimson Sniper is our only race retirement, as the lap car, Brad Ranger, is going to create a standstill out of the chicane. Tomato had to check up for everything. So did SP and Mole. LRS is right back on the scene with just 4 laps to go in stage 1. It's also the smaller things that you notice about this track that can affect you. Because Tomato right there, going into the beginning of the double right-hander, there's a little strip of grass right there. You hit that, the car's going to get upset. You're not going to be able to hit your apex. I'll mention it next time by when they hit that. But you really just got to watch for the small things on road courses. Every little bump, every little patch of asphalt, every little strip of grass. I mean, anything can affect you. SP, bad oval 1 and 2, opens the door for Mole down the inside. Contact between the two. SP forced to go over the curbs. It's going to slow him down. He's loose, gets into Tomato, and Tomato goes from 3rd to 1st in just a bus stop chicane. How about that? And it's because SP got loose there. He tried to get back on the throttle too early and just unfortunately couldn't hold on to it. Tomato showing that, yeah, you can still hit that curb. It's not going to... There's a way to hit it. The only thing I'm worried about is I don't know if that's considered cutting the track because, I don't know. Point being, if you go over that curb too much and where you see the tires go through the grass, it could kind of look like a corner cut. I'll use Iric Pluto for an example. Well, he's going very slow through there, but you see like all the tire strips in the grass. It could probably see that and then maybe think, maybe they're putting all 4 tires off of the racing surface, and then that would be like a cut. I do believe though that it is legal here, so I don't think that is going to be too much of a problem. The one risk is that if you do hit it wrong, then your car is going to be out of control. Unless Tomato does that again, or how he approaches this chicane again. As we are coming to the green and white flag, this is now going to be the last lap of stage 1. You saw there Tomato get into the wall just a little bit. Shouldn't affect the car much. SP trying to close. There's some weird camera views. And if you're wondering, that is why I've been like trying to ride on the onboards on this cam right here. It's just because, like, I don't know, I'm not too big of a fan of the cameras at this track. I just kind of think, I see it and it's like, you can't really see much. Or the track's kind of like tight compared to like all other road courses, so you can't really see much of anything else other than just like the cars. There's also like through the chicane, I want a better angle. I want to see like outside lane or whatever. You get the idea. It's going to be quite a fight for second, but as far as the stage win, as soon as Tomato cleared SP and Mole, it's just been cruising to the stage victory. Now the final chicane, and it's going to be Tomato picking up the first stage victory. I believe it's going to be LRS crossing the line second. I think he got him. SP falling all the way down to 4th, Mole 3rd. The real question is where's 5th? 5th is, well, actually I can't see. I'm watching through High Road Stream. That's how I'm getting my view. It's D-Port, so D-Port 5th. It was Clater 6th, High Road 7th, Storm 8th, Dusty Stud 9th, Kenny 10th. Stage 2, just coming up next. Well, this time we'll have the restart from the first chicane, so they'll be going off the bat. I think that'll be a lot more. That'll be interesting to see how the drivers manage this. SP will be leading us to the green flag this time. Well, I mean, he led us to the green flag the first time, but he jumps from 4th to 1st here. Green flag is out. We're back underway for stage 2. Denny drops to the rear. Just through the short chute into turn 2. SP manages to lead. Mole and Tomato side by side for second. Mole overcooks the corner, almost off into the grass. He's going to be lucky if he manages to hold on to 3rd, and he does. Tomato just nips the grass a little bit. It's going to affect him a little bit. Cigar's going to overcook that corner. Tomato, though, is going to rebound and get a nice entry there. See further back, battle for 5th. D-Port's trying to poke his nose up. Storm's inside, and Tomato does the same to SP. Side by side now for the race lead, and now Tomato clears. off of Oval 2. Mole got a huge run. He's going to go down the inside of SP. Now they'll still be side by side through the chicane. Last time this happened resulted in a big loss of time, and it looks like it's just done the same there. They're still side by side for second. LRS going to the aid of his teammate, although not going to be much there. You have to pull back down. As you see, the gap from the top 4 on back has opened up yet again. See Moles hit that chicane a little funky. Tomato did the same. He had to try and save his car, although he hit the outside wall doing so. There's SP off in the outside wall. This is now this is a 10-lap stage, so there's only 9 laps left in stage number 1, which would mean that we have like a 22-ish, 24, 22-ish lap final stage. Just as a prediction, is set up for what is to come. I think it's High Road that's worked his way back up into 5th. Yes, it is. And Tomato has opened up the largest lead so far tonight. And, man, he has really found a groove. Seemed nicely through the chicane. Floats it beautifully, keeps it nice and pinned onto those bottom curbs, and doesn't upset the car. Keeps it nice on the bottom. I mean, just beauty right there. Tomato looking for his 5th win on the season. Although, albeit, despite that, there is still a lot of race left to go. But nonetheless, I think it's safe to say that he has the fastest car on track. Which makes you wonder how exactly he qualified in the position he did. Clater gets back by High Road for 5th. Clater, also a very esteemed road course racer himself. Deport is into the pits, interestingly. Don't know if that has any... I don't think that has anything to do with strategy, as we are good to the end of stage 2, or as we were good to the end of stage 1. So fuel and tire runs are going to be pretty long. It's going to be one stop probably for the final stage, but they can probably go really long on their fuel and tire. Oh my goodness, what the? And Hack got a time penalty. Oh my goodness, Drake got one too. Storm is in the outside wall. That was awkward. Dusty Stud now has a course penalty. What did we just see? And now it's a whole log jam here in the back half of the field. Man, I don't know what just happened. That was crazy. Mr. J's missing the corner. That's going to cause an accordion effect because Ardeni's going to get into Mr. J. Storm's going to get into Ardeni. There's a car sliding through the front stretch. Storm way over abuses the corner to get by Ardeni. Load Broke's now there. And it's madness further back. Kenny now to the inside of Flash Champs. He gets it. I think Dusty Stud has gone from like 7th all the way back to maybe 12th or 13th. My goodness, Lowbrook going very defensive. Kenny getting him the bump. Dusty Stud runs wide. Trying to find a better angle. Lowbrook's into the outside wall. Flash Ships tries to find a way down his inside. He can't. And what the? Are they side by? No, they're not. Ardeni was side by side for a second. I thought I saw Mole going side by side when I was flipping through the cameras, so that's why I checked. Loadbroke bombs it in. So does Ardeni Kenny as well. Loadbroke is off the racing surface there. Flash Champs, big snap overs here. He saves the car. Try and peek back up here. Mr. J, Hack, Drake, and Ariat Pluto. Storm goes down the inside of Mr. J. Let's see. Meanwhile, for second, that's second. If the car you just barely saw on the far left of your screen, the car that you now see entering into the backstretch chicane, that is race leader Tomato. As far as the gap to third, that has opened up a bit. Now that leaves the question, where is SP? Well, he must have had a big mistake because he is all the way back, and now he's trying to hold off. No, he's in fifth. So Clater's now in fourth. SP's up to back into fifth. So he's just in front of High Road. What on earth happened to him? I don't know. Clater has ascended from 18th on the grid to third. A very impressive run. And Clater, who is an astounding road course racer himself, I might add. I'm not surprised to see him running this well early on. Or I'm not surprised that he's up here. I think I basically said that the first time, but I just want to make that clear. Wow, Storm has gone down the inside of the last 3 people in turn 1 and made moves. So that dude is rapid. He's on the move, trying to get back the positions he lost. Up next is Hack. Now we'll peek in on this one car. Watch the master at work. And see how many cars have gone off in that area of the grass. And it's just been a real issue for some drivers, is just keeping the car, or getting the car to slow down, trying to keep the momentum going and not having to slow down as much. And that's why you see a lot of drivers piling into each other in the chicanes or slower speed corners. It's just because Storm right there, way more confident on the brakes. He knows how deep he can put his car. Hack is doesn't know the limits of his braking and is instead just trying to be conservative and braking very early, which is allowing Storm to close the gap. And you'll see that throughout the field. And I feel like that's probably how, when you're trying to gain time, you probably want to look at braking first and foremost, because, well, yeah. And I'm very impressed how he's hitting turn 1, because he is I don't see people hitting turn 1 like that as aggressively as he is, and he's making it work, which is very impressive to me. And a very impressive save there. Ran over the rumple strips. So we are coming to the final 3 laps to go of the stage. Brad Ranger hits the curb there, goes wide, tries to cross him back deepward over, can't get there. He's going to lose out in that position. All throughout the field, bit spread out. 3 laps to go for race leader Tomato, who's got a lot of front end damage. Yeah, I mean a lot. And the gap to Mole has significantly decreased. So what I'm assuming happened is he got into the chicane too deep and hit the wall head on. Was able to keep going though, but I can tell you he'll still be fine, as far as through this infield section goes. But when he gets to that oval portion, oh boy, that thing is going to be a brick. He's going to lose a lot of time there. However, damage not going to really affect him too much. Side of that. And the braking goes pretty deep. Good job getting that car stopped. And LRS has fallen behind Flash Champs and Kenny. I don't know if people aren't having to pit. So what has happened to Legacy Motor Club in these last few laps? Because they've kind of fallen off. I think they pit. No, okay, no, I know what they're doing. What they're doing here is essentially they're going to pit early, pit for fuel or four tires and fuel. And then they're going to stay out at the stage break to get the track position from Tomato, who is the faster car, and so that they can get out front and try and keep him at bay. Interesting strategy from them. And I think this is going to allow them to work because the fuel load is so big here that they'll still be able to hit their margins, as well as the fact that tire wear doesn't really matter on road courses. I mean, it matters when it's really low because you'll be sliding, but like still, tire wear is kind of like a side issue as far as like trying to be fast. So they're definitely going to be okay on that. And this might be a brilliant strategy. Tomatoes on the penultimate lap, when he comes out of this final chicane, he will see the green and white flag for the final lap of stage 2. And man, once he took the lead in stage 1, now through stage 2, this dude has been dominant. And I don't know how many times we've seen Tomato sweep stages this season. I would probably assume he's swept 3 times before. I don't think that sounds too unreasonable. I think Pluto's day has just come to an end, unfortunately for him. So High Road, this is now 4th. High Road 4th. SP and LRS are really trying to save. I mean, SP's going pretty slow. Yeah, LRS is letting D-Port go. They're letting everyone go, trying to save. At least I think that's what they're trying to do. Or they're just giving stage points. SP better be careful because Tomato's right behind him. Doesn't want to risk going a lap down. Through the backstretch chicane, and SP is going really slow. Maybe it's like I said, maybe he's trying to save. I'm not sure why he'd be trying to save. Maybe he needs to hit a certain mark, so for the next stage, he'll be able to make it on one stop. I don't know. Point being, Tomato is going to sweep the stages here at the Charlotte Roval. Mole close behind in 2nd. I think it's Clater in 3rd. Yeah, no, it's going to be Clater 3rd. High Road is going to be 4th, although we're going to have to wait a second for him. And here he is now coming through the final chicane. High Road takes a very solid P4. Who is in P5? I am not certain of. Okay, well, stage is over. Storm got 5th. It was Storm 5th, Hack 6th, Dusty Stud 7th, Mr. J 8th, Kenny 9th, D-Port 10th. That is the field. And, oh wow, I've drastically miscalculated. So it looks like it's going to be like a 28 laps for this final stage. They can go 18 laps on a fuel stint. So now we actually have the number. Oh, man. All right. Well, strategy played out just like we thought. That's going to put Tomato back in row 3, but it's Legacy Motor Club leading just like they did at the drop of the green flag at the beginning of this race. Can they lead 1-2 coming back to the checkers in stage 3? Here we go. LRS gets wide. Mole into the inside wall. He got loose from contact with LRS. Tomato already up into 3rd, and now SP tries to open up a gap to LRS in 2nd. They're stacking up for the back. Oh my goodness. Hack is stuck on the ground. Denny and Kenny are going at it. They're 3 wide, I think, almost entering this corner. Drake is almost off the track. Mr. J's gone wide. D-Port's trying to go down his inside. It's all kicking off in the back there. Clater's in 4th. Mole trying to rebound back. Puts the bumper to him. Goes down his inside. No issues there for the 24. Or actually, no, did he lose? No, he got by. I couldn't see because I looked away for a second in the colors. SP not a good exit off of the corner. Looks like he's been struggling with that throughout the race. It's allowed for LRS to get right to his back bumper. And if anything, that is not what you want right now. You want SP to pull away because, well, he's your teammate. You need to get away from Tomato because Tomato gets by you, it's likely over. So right now it's just LRS's goal right now, he's rear gunner. He's got to try and keep that 17 at bay and allow for SP to go. But LRS can only afford to do that if SP can try and pull away. So right now, SP's got to just try and run as fast as he can. LRS going to just try and hang in his coattails, keep that 17 behind him. As there we go, Tomato gets to his outside into this corner. Tomato keeps it off the outside wall. LRS keeps it off him. Gets pinched down to the bottom side by side now through the oval turns. The bottom lane is going to be the advantage there. A little bit of contact between the two. LRS should clear, and he almost does. Side by side into the chicane. Tomatoes gets a better braking into the corner. LRS parks it on the inside. What just happened? A bunch of lag slowed him down, and that's going to allow SP to now expand his lead. Mole and Clater in hot pursuit. The chicane. Both LRS and Tomato hitting the wall just a little bit. Not going to be anything to write home about. Or, I don't think that's how that statement's supposed to go. It's not anything of any major concern, is what I mean. Here we go. Tomato gets a big run. LRS is going to have to go defensive here. Double right-hander. Tomato gets to his outside. This is huge. If he can hold that outside going this downhill left, no, he can't. But that would have been a great opportunity. Actually, forces him to back out a lot. And there goes LRS. He clips the outside wall, but it is going to allow him to get a good run off. No. And now Tomato gets by for second. LRS has to try and get that back as quick as he can. Into the backstart chicane. This is where one of Tomato's strong points. He's been very on point with his braking. So nice and with such precision through that backstart chicane. He's able to navigate it so well. And yeah, I feel like just these chicanes in general, front stretch and backstretch, I mean, he's just been like butter through it. Goes over that. Nice over the curb. Keeps the car straight. Right up against the wall. Fast laps every time. Gap to SP now closing. LRS hanging on by his coattails. He does have the advantage that Tomato can't really break away from him as long as SP's in front. That assuming Tomato catches him. I mean, they can obviously pull away with SP being in front, but that's assuming that they're racing. Gap through there, closing yet again. Tomato's just able to just keep his momentum up through these slow speed corners. And I know I said that through the chicanes, but really that's just everywhere. There's not a lot of fast speed corners, a lot of slowing down for these sections. There you see Tomato tried to go down his inside, couldn't get there. That's probably been SP's weak point throughout the night. Mole into third. But SP just can't really seem to figure out that backstretch chicane, unlike Tomato. Through the chicane, you see, that's probably the fastest corner on the track, barring the oval transition. Most of this track is kind of just slow, medium speed corners. So that's kind of really playing into Tomato's wheelhouse. Just clips the outside wall, got into the grass a little bit. Oh, SP, big wiggle. I think Tomato might have followed him a little bit in there. Mole and LRS side by side. Both of them have gone into the red and white. And now this can kind of allow for the top two to battle a little bit. Tomato down the inside. Got his nose there. That forced SP to give him the room. And now into the oval section. Tomato looks like he has the faster car through the gears. SP trying to compensate that by running the apron. And here we go into the chicane. SP nails that from the looks of it, at least in the first half. The second half was all Tomato. He's able to keep the car straight for the perfect launch. And so that's really one of the better part of the chicane you really want to hit. through the front stretch chicane. Not seeing Tomato hit the curb like he did last few times. LRS tries to get by Mole as he gets put into the outside wall. They're racing very aggressively back there. But enthralled by this battle for the lead, LRS now pulls a gap to fourth. ZSP and Tomato going really tight there on the wall. Oh, and SP leaves the door open just a little bit, but that was all Tomato needed. What a move by Tomato. Now they're going to be side by side. Tomato going to have the advantage on the bottom. SP and Tomato keep making contact. That's going to kill the momentum of SP, and now SP's going to have to fall back into second. Right behind him, goes late on the brakes. He's going to have to cut the chicane, and that is going to give him a course penalty. LRS on two wheels, saves it, and that just killed SP's chances. He will fall back to fifth. Not a horrible position to fall back to. I mean, like, fifth is still a top 5, but definitely not what you want to see when you're up there leading. Just actually a lap ago this time. So now this puts LRS in the second. LRS now given the hefty task of chasing down Tomato, who's led the most laps on the day, as we are on 21 laps to go in this race. There's Dusty Stud looking to get the overtake done on high road. Can't quite get there. Now 20 laps to go. It's occurred to me that, well, in the next 2 laps, if they're able to go the next 2 laps under power, then they will be good to the end. And now this has left me wondering, where is LRS? Well, there's Mole. Did LRS pit? No. He got passed by Mole. And, okay, so where is Mole? Here's Mole. Mole is in second. Tomato now entering the backstretch chicane. It looks like the drivers have 10 laps left of fuel in their tank. Around this time. So when Tomato hits the line here, it'll be 19 laps to go. Goes another lap around, he's good to the end. Look how fast he's taking that final chicane. So quick. And right now, Tomato's having about the time of his life. Like, he's just hot lapping right now. He's trying to get his fastest lap every single time. Honestly, that's probably one of the fun parts about racing on a road course. Is that when, at least how I think about it on Heat 5, is you're not trying to, like, I don't really think about it as I'm trying to catch the next guy. I'm just trying to, like, hot lap. Like, you're just trying a better way to think about it is you're just trying to beat your fastest lap, because on every lap there's always the chance that you get to do it, unlike road courses in other games and unlike ovals. So it's kind of what makes it fun, even if you're the leader. With the gap that Tomato has on second, you'd still find enjoyment in the fact that he's trying to push his car every lap. Loadbroke lets him go, and he's just going to try and see how fast he can possibly go. Mr. J into pit road. LRS got back by Mole for second. And SP's closing back in on the top 3. 18 laps to go as Tomato crossed the line just back there. So we are officially good to the end on another stop. See Tomato taking it nice and easy. Actually, I'll do that when he comes across the chicane. Is I kind of want to take a lap riding on Tomato's front hood. Just kind of seeing how he attacks the track. Everywhere else, well, other than low... Okay, no, here's a battle. Dusty Stud and Flash Champs. Or battle no longer, I guess. I think that's about the closest pairing on the track right now, outside of these guys. So, yeah, let's take a ride for a lap on the front hood of Tomato, see what Tomato sees. And it's just so impressive how Tomato... Well, that's a lap through the eyes of Tomato. That's how he's seeing his race. But, yeah, what I was meant... It's just so impressive how he's able to keep that much speed throughout the track. You just see he's on the throttle so much and he's able to just really attack the corners. He's so confident under braking. SP gets back by Clater for... Or, no, actually, excuse me. He was already in 4th. Clater has just closed the gap. Mole is falling back of LRS, who LRS is now finally hitting his stride. And SP, on a recovery race, he's trying to get back by Mole to get into the top 3. Oh, and LRS is making his pit stop about 5 laps early, and so is SP. Now, this is in an attempt to try and undercut. I don't know if that's gonna work. I mean, they're good to the end, so it's a good strategy regardless. I'm not sure exactly how effective it'll be though. They hit 11 laps to go just then. And looks like that you roughly have about 5 laps left of fuel in their tanks. So pit stops from everyone will come in the next 5 laps. Pack letting Tomato go. And interestingly, I'm trying. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, where is Mole in contrast to Tomato? So Tomato is here. And Mole, oh, there's Mr. J off the track. Mole is just now entering into there. So that's the gap between first and second at this current moment. Tomato, I think, could pit. Might come out just a little behind. Not sure how strong the pitting is or how long it takes. Storm is into pit road. I think there's another Bass Pro Shop car in the pits. Yeah, it's Brad Ranger. SP's back here with Flash Champs. See, he's made his pit stop, so he's already on the move. LRS just up ahead of him. It's kind of the pairing you want to have is like you have a fast car in front of you, you know it's not going to hold you up. Mole just exited off of pit road, and he lost. Well, there goes LRS. LRS is already ahead of him. Now, the real question is going to be where does SP come out in comparison to him? There's the commitment line where he's able to control his car again. And I actually don't see SP. Where is SP? SP's just behind him. Okay. So now Tomato's finally in the pits. So what we're going to be seeing is we're going to watch this kind of through LRS's cam. Is Tomato just hit pit road. So now he's probably cruising down pit road. How much does this close the gap from second to first? You know that these laps from LRS are going to have to be his most important on the day. He absolutely must hit his marks. He's got to try and find some speed so that he can put time on the race leader, who's had such a big lead throughout this third stage. And here he comes out of the pits. He will take control of his car now. Deeport just behind him. LRS just... Oh, SP is nosed into the chicane. I think he just overcooked the brakes, and that is just going to be a day turned on its head. SP now going to have to make an even more tougher comeback drive through the field. He wants to try and keep his top 3 streak alive. Now, Tomato, okay, so Tomato's there, and on our second, he is there. So, about the gap, a little bit more than the 2 oval turns is the gap for the lead. So, barring Tomato spinning out and completely damaging his car, we're getting a course penalty. I think it's safe, or barring a caution, I think it's safe to say that Tomato has this figurative bag. He's got 12 more laps to manage. Which, I mean, he's managed 43 laps in total so far. I think he can manage another 12. Denny is out of pit road. Clater's out of pit road. Flash is now on pit road. Flash? Clater, I don't remember him being this far back. It's either Clater sped on pit road or he just went that much later. Regardless, still interesting to see that he's back there. Where's Mole? Unless he's in the outside wall. Mole is just back behind LRS, so he's going to be trying to fight for second. I have no idea where fourth is. Fourth is Clater. Fifth is just back behind him. And looks, if it's our Denny that's in fifth, that is impressive as hell. That's a great run for our Denny if he is able to get a top 5 here on the road course. 10 laps to go there at the, actually no, it's 11 laps to go, excuse me. I jumped the gun. Tomato closing in on lapping Flash Champs. More drivers on pit road. Deport, Drake also on the pits. There's Mr. J trying to get by high road. Side by side. So Mr. J not able to keep the speed up to get back to him. Hack is now on pit road. And Ardeni and SP side by side there. SP gets back by. I have to imagine SP driving with a sense of a little bit of enragement. He's made a few mistakes today. He's looking to try and get back onto the podium. So now it's 10 laps to go. Mr. J and Hara battle has been pretty entertaining to see so far. Car in the grass just up ahead. Is that? Hold on. Heading back to Mole. That is Dusty Stud just behind Mole. And I'm not sure where Dusty Stud stands as far as like his positioning. So okay, I know Storm is 5th. SP is ahead. No, he's behind. So SP's in 6th. This is 5th. Or Storm is 5th. Clater's in 4th, I think. Clater's in 4th. Mole's 3rd. LRS is 2nd. Tomato leads. Hack is in the infield. High Road is 7th, I believe. Then. If the math adds up. 9 laps to go there. Tomatoes coming to 8. And Kenny kind of in Tomato's jaws. It's like, well, you know, he's going to have to kind of accept the leaders right behind him. He'll probably get out of his way in a little bit. Kenny always a very respectful driver. Not going to let SP go on by. They're still trying to run for his life, trying to keep Mole behind him. He's doing a good job of that. Here to the inside of Kenny goes Tomato. Looks like Kenny is putting up a bit of a fight. Doesn't want to try and go a lap down, but unfortunately does. Tomato now gets back by him, or gets by him. 8 laps for race leader Tomato. He's coming in on 7th. Oh, what do we have brewing here? Oh, letting Mr. J and Deport go. That looked pretty tight, though. I thought they were all battling for position. They were like almost 3 wide for a second. That's kind of crazy. So 7 laps to go for Tomato now. So the laps are winding down. And I'd have to say that if my math serves me right, so Tomato led all but 3 in stage 1. He led, we'll give him, let's say, 4 laps, all but 4 laps in this stage, 4, 7. So far he's led 41 or 40 of the 48 laps ran today. Actually, no, that math definitely doesn't add up. 8. No, so he's probably led more like 36 of the 48 laps ran, which, I mean, that's still pretty impressive. 6 laps to go there. And, you know, Tomato, he has a lot of stage wins. He's very fast in the first stages of the race. But what's always kind of, screwed Tomato in the races is just his luck in the end of the races. He just either gets screwed out or gets wrecked, has fuel issues, or just ultimately comes short of the victory on multiple occasions. There's a lot. He has only 4 wins this season. That's a lot. It's like the second most of a full-time driver. However, the amount more wins he could have had is crazy. Like, he could have had so many more victories this season if things had just gone like maybe a little bit better for him. And he swept a lot of stages too. So usually when Tomato's this dominant, something happens to him. But I mean, it'd probably take a lag out now. Like, I'm pretty sure Tomato has a rough estimate. Okay, hold on. Rough estimate. Tomato just got past. So he probably has about a 20-second, maybe 25-second lead, maybe, on second place. It really is going to have to take a lag out or a caution for Tomato to really be in any serious trouble. Well, obviously, lag out, serious trouble. I mean, the trouble would be he's out of the race. But no, it really just take like him getting a course penalty in like a really bad spot, or, you know, a caution. Which with 5 laps to go now, I don't really think we're going to be seeing any cautions. I think it's kind of just like on cruise control right now. Mole getting by Flash Champs. His efforts to get back up to LRS in second have been, I guess, dashed, or for the time being, LRS beginning to open up, or continuing to open his gap to him. As Tomato crosses the line there, 4 laps to go for Tomato, and he goes down the inside of Hack. He laps him. Drake is up next. And I think he'll get him in one fell swoop around the outside. And yes, he does. Drake, always very respectful. Always will commend him for that. Dusty Stud was on pit road. Reason for it being, we're not sure. But I did, when I was scrolling through, I did see him slowed on the apron. So maybe an issue there. SP lost out to high road and load broke in what's been a very a road course, very unlikely SP road course race. Or at least that's what it's gonna look like from the results. Because SP, I mean, he's led the. I think it's only been SP, LRS, Mole, and Tomato that have led laps, but it's been SP that's led the second most. Also, I'm just noticing this now, and the reason why I'm still on Crimson Snipers. Look at the people in the pit box. Why do they all have the same face? On the t-shirt? That dude's t-shirt is that dude's face? Look at the pit box in front of him. Look at Dusty Studs. Dudes are all just staring there at the same face. I think you can see it on all the pit boxes down there. What the heck? Didn't even notice that. That is weird. Tomato has hit. Oh wow, he's 3 laps to go for Tomato. Just trying to make sure. So he's coming in on 2 laps to go. Crosses the start finish line next. Will be 2 to go. LRS still chilling, or not. Forget I said anything. No, but he is still chilling though. He's got 2 lap cars in between him. He's gotten past, I believe, it's Brad Ranger and Kenny. He's just on cruise control right now. SP really loose. Man, that car has been not too kind to him. Tomato still throwing it in through the chicane just like he would his qualifying lap. 2 laps to go for the 17. Elsewhere, what's the closest battle right now? Who is racing each other? It's all really spread out. This is probably, I think, the closest. No, this is the closest. Loadbrook and Mr. J. Otherwise, yeah, everyone's just kind of really spread out. I mean, LRS is here. He's second. Where is Tomato? Tomato's all the way out there, and he took a cone with him and just threw it out from underneath him like a banana from Mario Kart. Load broke, goes wide. Let's go, or lets Mr. J go. That'll allow for Tomato to close in on him. Stud and Nardeni battling right there. As he comes off of the final chicane, Tomato will come to see a very familiar sight, the white flag. 1 lap to go from the Charlotte Roval. I think it's probably the first time he's really messed up that corner all day. But, you know, after, where were we last time? We were at Phoenix. I don't even know what happened at Phoenix. I was going to try and say after last week, something. I'm going to try and quickly get this here. I'm just trying to find, like, information. Well, I don't know. We'll just go with this. After the last few recent weeks, Tomato's efforts to try and close the gap to Mole have been back and forth. He's done everything he can as he is second in points, 93 points back. He is going to take his 5th win on the season and is going to continue to close the gap to Mole here for the regular season title. Tomato wins in dominant fashion at the Charlotte Roval. Unbelievable. I think that might be up there for one of the most dominant races of the season by a driver. I mean, he was wicked fast. I can't wait to see what he posted in lap times after this. LRS crosses the line for a 2nd place finish. Yet again, Mole smashes into him. He will complete the top 3. And a result LRS most definitely will not complain about. Especially trying to gain on Irate Pluto in 5th in points. And I'll have to check from the stream to see whom else finished where. Storm is just now crossing the line for 5th. I believe Clater got 4th. Yeah, so it goes Tomato 1st, LRS 2nd, Mole 3rd, Clater 4th, Storm 5th, High Road's going to be 6th, Deport 7th, SP 8th, Kenny 9th, Flash Champs is 10th. What a crazy, crazy race. And the race time actually went under the amount of time I expected it. When I calculated it, it said it was going to be like an hour and 9 minutes. And it was the race itself was an hour and 6 minutes. So I just go to show the speed of the leader. Keeping it under the average. Or under the expected mark. Impressive. And I said it before the race. And it held true that we did not see a caution today. Although I will admit, there were some points where I thought there might be a caution. But I'm very proud of the drivers nonetheless. They actually raced a very clean race. Like, not a lot of... Outside of SP's, like, smash into the chicane, I think that was probably the biggest hit of the night. And Tomato, 15-8? Are you serious, man? Wow, that was fast. And we are going to get him in here. My goodness, that was quite a lap. How did you set that lap? Or not even how. I'm just impressed. That was awesome.
I don't know. I'm just good at this track. I don't know what to say.
Tomato came and whooped our ass.
Nah,
good for him.
He broke for real.
Good for him.
All right.
He deserves it.
Thank you, Mo.
Yes, sir.
What's up, SP?
SP's just here for the good times.
He's here for vibes. He's here for vibes.
Yep.
All right. Well, hello, gentlemen. If you could all include your audio, that'd be much appreciated. We're gonna go ahead and get started with our third place finisher here of Mole. Mole, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I'll take a top 3 at the Roval.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, it was a really consistent night for you. I think top 3 in all the stages. Very solid race. Ultimately, there at the end, I believe you were racing there, trying to get up to LRS. You think you could have maybe done anything to maybe catch him?
Maybe if I had a few more laps. I kept making mistakes though. Like I'd get to like within 2 seconds and then I'd mess up. And then get within 2 seconds and I mess up. And at the end I got in within 2 seconds and I ran out of time. So LRSC just was more consistent than me, and Tomato was more consistent than everybody other than hitting the wall straight on but still winning the stage. But no, this is all for Tomato. He dominated tonight. Good for him. I never realized how good he is at the Charlotte Roval, so now I know. So I'll have to step up my game next time. But congrats to him, and I'm looking forward to a fun race at Auto Club next week. That should be very interesting.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations to you on another consistent and all fast race for you, man. Good job.
Appreciate you.
Now move on to our second place finisher here of LRS. LRS, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing at INF?
I'm doing fine. It's been iffy. Whatever. So man, I feel like have I interviewed you recently here? Like I feel like it's been a second.
No.
I feel like it's been a second since I've talked to you up here in the booth.
Yeah, it's been a very long time.
Well, man, it's another great result for you, or you match your season high finish of second place, and ultimately had the second fastest car on the day. Unfortunately, just wasn't enough. Do you think any altercations to the car may have been able to get you closer to Tomato?
Yeah, I usually don't make any adjustments to these cars on road courses. So I think Tomato just, I don't know where he gained so much. It's very impressive to see him even run a lap like that, and to win by almost 30 seconds in a league like this where road racing is competitive between myself, SP, Mole, him, Alex getting better. It's just really impressive by him. I'm upset, obviously, finishing second. Fourth time, I think, this season finishing second. Started the season off with back-to-back second place finishes, and then fell off a cliff. So it's good to get the momentum going. I think that's back-to-back top fives for me, and then going to Auto Club. Very draft dependent in these new next-gen cars. It's going to be fun there. There's going to be a lot of different players, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations to you on getting back up into um, the top three. A great result for you, man, and hope to see you doing well at Auto Club.
Yeah, thank you, INF. I also want to give a shout out to a couple other people.
Go for it.
Mole raced me pretty clean. We had a little incident in turn one, but nothing crazy. Me and Mole always race really well. SP as well taught me everything I need to know about these road courses. So thank you to him. If he didn't make that mistake, he probably would have been in second, and it would have pushed me and Mole down, and we would have probably fought each other. So he definitely deserved a better finish. And shout out to you, INF. Thank you for being in the booth. You always do a great job. And congrats, Tomato. Very, very impressive. I cannot touch a 1:15 lap time. That's insane.
Well, again, congratulations to you, LRS, on another great run for you. We'll now move on to our race winner here of Tomato. Tomato, you got a copy?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yep, what's
I
up?
mean, is there more to say, man? That was a good old-fashioned ass kicking. How
guess.
talk me through it, man.
I don't know. I'm just really good at this track. I've liked it ever since it was added in Heat 2, I think, something like that, Heat 3. But yeah, I just spend hours running this track just because I just enjoyed racing it. I mean, I've just loved it. I'd always hop on Heat 4, Heat 5, just do 50%, 100% races just because I was bored, and I'd just run a bunch of laps, and I don't know, the track suits my racing style, I guess, in a way. I don't know, it just works out for me.
And for this result for you, no, it's been kind of back and forth recently in your efforts to close the gap for the regular season title. We're about less than 10 races to go in the regular season. Gap has closed after tonight's race. How are you feeling about your chances still?
I mean, what is it, 80, 90 points now, something like that?
It's probably going to be around 80.
Yeah, but I don't think I can get there personally. He's a quick guy, and 80 points it's way too much in 10 races. I mean, it is mathematically possible, but just for how good and consistent Mole is, I do not think that I will be able to get there. But I'll take some playoff points and move on to Auto Club.
Hey, man, well, if you want to shout out anyone, get anything off your chest, floor is yours to do so, man.
Yeah, shout out to Mole, LRS, SP. That first stage was really fun. Thanks to everybody who congratulated me on this outstanding win. And just overall, great racing. We didn't have a single caution. I mean, I get that we have to have 3 cars involved in an incident, but I mean, still, it was pretty clean all night.
Yeah, and I will add, admittedly, this is probably one of the I was looking through the field, and not really many people were involved in any incidents or spun or really anything. I mean, I think the biggest thing I saw as far as a crash or anything was SP nosing it into the final chicane. I don't think I saw you when you hit the wall, although I did.
Oh yeah.
I assumed I saw your front end damage. I was like, I think he just
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, I got a little too close to those tires there on the exit, and it popped me out into the outside wall. And then just since I had that large enough of a gap, I came out still ahead of Mole by a second and a half, 2 seconds, something like that. And he was saying how I just appeared on his screen, like I just popped into the race out of nowhere. Yeah, yeah. I mean, still pretty funny. I mean, going head onto the wall and still being able to win the stage.
But nonetheless, it was actually a really clean race, and everyone, I want to applaud everyone because that was a really good race for all of them, as not really many mistakes were made. So congratulations to you, though, on your 5th win on the season, and yeah, thank you for taking the interview, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate you broadcasting. This is fun.
Yeah. Well, that'll about do it for us here from the UTLR Cup Series. Tune in next week, same time as always, as our drivers begin the light speed dash at, quickly, one of the most entertaining tracks on the schedule, Auto Club. You won't be hearing it from me, though. be hearing it from a voice that I don't know who it'll be, but they'll be taking over the keys to the stream, and yeah, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. And but for now, this has been INF signing off. Thank you all so much for tuning into this live broadcast of the UTLR Cup Series, and until next time, my friends, take it easy. Good night.